Good morning. Friday morning, getting some work done in the shop for you On The Move members. Customer supplied material. Everlast Typhoon 500. Doing some carbon steel work on the Speedway torch. Some pretty thick stuff. So these parts here are for a Hummer H3, I believe. Aftermarket off-road parts. Getting some work done in the shop. We're going to get a lot of these complete. I'd like to get to powder coating today, actually. I do break these up in a couple sections. I kind of want to, let's talk about that. When you get a customer that has a lot, for me anyway, the way that I do it, I'll break their order up for this customer anyway. Full lot is 10, 20 total parts, 2 parts equals 1, for a combined of 10 as a set. 2 parts make 1, right? So that's a set. That's how I'll call it for the video. So I'll do 5. Been working on these all week. It's Friday morning, wrapping some stuff up here. We're going to clean them. This is the last one for the set of 5. We're going to clean them up and then get them over to powder coat. That way, that kind of lets me give me some breathing room, some elbow room to be able to complete another 5 to kind of front fill the customer's orders while I can kind of work on the back half of them. Speeds things up a little bit. So yeah, anyway, what we're doing here, we TIG weld these, I TIG weld these. Some people might ask, why don't I MIG them? Creates a mess in the shop and I don't want to clean it. Also gives a better outcome of a part. Cleaner. So Everlast Typhoon 500. The thickest material to this, I believe, is 3/8. Running at about 152 amps. Yeah. Let's do some welding. Setup. Should we talk about setup? Doing so many of these parts, since there's 20 of these individual parts for a lot of 10, I will kind of do them in a production style run. I will set everything up, tack everything. There's a table over to my left, your right. So tack everything up, set them up. Then I do, so this is the back side, this is the top side. Once they're all tacked, these parts absorb a ton of heat. Running this much amps into our base material, they get hot real fast. So I kind of assembly line style the entire production. And I get a flow going. So once they're all tacked, then they're hot enough, they go to the side. Once I go through all 20, that first one that is cooled down, I will do this section of the top. Once this section is complete, this part is scorching hot at that point. Then I'll grab another piece. I'll do another top piece. Once the top pieces are done, once again, they go over on the other table to cool down. Then I will do this side of the top. Once this side of the top is done, the part is scorching hot. You can't even get close to these things, touch them. Then they go off to the side. This takes multiple days to be able to do these parts. Then they get flipped, then we do the back sides of these parts. It's a process. It's a learning curve. Anybody who's doing a part production style wise, you know that you kind of need to you know, kind of come up with your own system to be able to find the max production rate in time. There you go. So there we have it. Here's the set. Top side, top, I'll show it quick. Bottom side. There's one. There's kind of a full set, kind of your back side, top side. Every joint gets a weld. There's a ton of welding on these things. As I set them up, kind of go through the production style of something like this. I've done these many a times. I've been doing these for years now. Anything to speed you up helps you. Set up your machine. I have a stack of filler material over here. I keep everything within hand reach. So anything I can do to mitigate me getting up out of the seat helps speed the production of these up. If I have to move around the shop, constantly getting up out of the chair, that just adds time on my part. Slows me down. So anything you can do to keep your butt in the seat helps. I used to wear my auto darkening hood for these and just keep the hood down all the time. For a part like this, an auto darkening hood definitely helps. I don't know if you can see it, I've got it in the back. I've been using this hood for a couple years now as my primary hood. It's a Pipeliner's Cloud. I like it. I'll take it. Anything you can do to just keep your hood down. That's also going to speed your process up. I'm going to grab another tube and we're going to get going on another tube. So here's another tube. Like I said, production style, tacked up, tops are done. So these are cool. You know, I can touch these. Tops are complete. Bottoms, you can see, we've got a lot of welding to go. These parts fit together like a puzzle piece. Customer has engineered these and had these parts laser cut to be able to fit. So these get kind of like a fill pass to them, and then I do a cover pass to them. When a customer gets these then, as a final product, these are powder coated, and we want our customer to be able to pull these out of the box and look at them and say, wow, you know, really clean, nice craftsmanship. So I could, you know, in my opinion, lazy, I could just run 2 fill passes and have these be kind of indented, but I take the time on my own self to be able to do kind of like cap passes and really fill these in and make them look clean. That's also why I choose to TIG weld these over MIG welding them. Once the weld gets powder coated, you know, you can't really see it, but the final product of this is professional. So that's what my customer wants, right? And that's what the end user wants. So me being a middleman here, I kind of play both sides of the spectrum of it. I give a high quality weld for the end user, for the customer. I give a clean weld that's going to get powder coated. They're never going to see it, but it's going to be smooth, you know. And on top of that, my customer, they're going to put this on their website. It's already on their website, but they kind of use that as a selling point too. Professional TIG welding, providing professional service. So that's what we go off of. That's kind of the staple or the motto to the parts that we give. And I want to be held accountable to that. So there's probably faster ways to go about it, but at the end of the day, it's for the customer. To doing each part of these, since I've done these so many times, I do kind of have my own pathway. Since we're just talking about the bottom side of this here, there's a tab. I'll start on the tab, and I'll work my way through the fill passes, kind of on this side. Turn, rotate the material, and then finish the part off. For me, as the welder, just dropped all my filler material. For me as the welder, it keeps my hands off the part. If I need to rest or relax anything, my hands can be on the table. This is all cool. I do everything I can to not touch the part. I'd burn myself. I'm kind of always setting myself up for the next weld. You can see I'm freehanding everything. I would kind of recommend that for any welder out there. Learn how to weld in many different positions, many different joints. This part here has a little bit of everything involved in it. I freehand the whole entire thing. You know, I'm not walking the cup. This isn't pipe welding. Of course, these fill pass, these inserts here, yeah, I could get, you know, I could kind of set this up and walk it on each one of these, but freehanding works just as easy, and honestly, it's better. So, be conscious of where your, you know, your leads are, how you're holding your torch. Makes it easier on you. You know, like I said, I use the table kind of as a part, as a as a way of doing these. My forearms are here, and it leaves my wrists open for being able to get to the weld joint. That way I'm not resting on top of this. Remember, everything costs money, so use all of your stuff wisely, right? That's a full piece of filler material, right? I am getting every piece of real estate out of this. Keep my stingers over here, right? Let's say I finish up a joint, I've got a little bit piece left. That's still a decent amount of filler material to be able to get one of these in. You know, that's, I paid for that. Right? There's somewhere that. So, there's another backside done. Another backside done. We got this one to go. We've got plenty more parts to go over here. You know, wear your PPE. Here, I had talked about it before. Welding gloves. Big fan of these right now. The Tillman 1325Ms. High cuffs, right? With your FRs. Bring your sleeves down. Button them. Don't forget to button your sleeves. Put your gloves over. Use high cuffs. Protect your wrists. Make sure you're using FRs that are rated good enough to be able to handle the heat that you're welding with. You don't want to burn through anything if it's thin material. Yeah, it's hot. I'm sweating. But we're getting the work done. It's going to be a long day. I want to get these in a powder coat and finished. So, hope that helps, guys. I'll wrap up this this job, make a video for you guys. If you got any questions, leave it in the comments. And of course, always stay on the move. Peace.